$1 million studio. Marques Brownlee, one of the biggest YouTubers on planet Earth. Let's see what he's talking about.
This was $250,000. Obviously not worth it, but here's the thing.
If you're unfamiliar with Marques Brownlee, he is one of the most well-known tech reviewers on YouTube. He's been on the platform for over 13 years and has interviewed people like Kobe Bryant, Elon Musk, and Barack Obama. He and his team are known for creating some of the most amazing visuals on YouTube. We got connected with him when we found out that he watches our videos. He then invited us to his studio in New Jersey and walked us through one of the most impressive and unique creator studios we've ever seen. A 7,000 square foot studio that costs around $30,000 a month in rent. It's
$30K a month in rent to own a studio.
It's a rare look into how a top creator and his team is building a modern media company.
What was the vision around taking out this much space?
Well, the vision was we want to create the ultimate video studio.
Thinking about making videos is like being a media company is a different way, but a good way to think about that. I like that.
And we're a long way from that, and we have a lot more ideas, but in previous studios, we've filled it up way faster than we thought. Actually, these tiles, these 1x1 tiles, all came from the previous studio. So this was the size of the previous studio. If you just look at the gray area around us, that's basically what that was. And then Max over here side-eyeing me right now. What's up, Mac? What's up? Casual. I can't believe you're not coming over for food. You never say no to food. Max, our resident door guarding, but mostly food interested.
I hate animals and I hate how people treat animals, bro. I'm sorry. I know so many people that have animals and I just eat animals. I don't play with animals. I definitely don't keep them in my house.
Andrew's dog, and he does a great job, but mostly just chills on his bed, which is great. And this is where everybody's desks are. So this is Andrew's desk. It's my desk over here. That's Vin's desk. It's Brandon's desk. Four more here, Hayato, Tim.
Holy fuck, he has a team of like 6 people and none of them are black. Because he's smart. I tried to work with black people, it was a mistake. Won't make that mistake again. Now I'm like 10 years behind.
Dave here, it's great. And this is where everybody's desks are. So this is Andrew's desk.
Here's Andrew, producer / co-host.
Desk, it's my desk.
Him, he's just creator.
That's over here, that's Vin's desk.
Art director. So these titles don't really tell you what they do, but he helps out.
Desk, it's Brandon's desk.
Creative director. Okay.
Desk, 4 more here.
Producer, so he probably helps create in the videos. Graphic designer, it's a super important position. Shout out to them boys, he probably pays them right. Look at him.
Hayato, Tim, David.
Oh, more people. Podcast producer, okay. And he's a writer / researcher.
And Adam are all facing in the middle right there. And then this is also like the second.
So he has a team of like 7 people.
Hub of where stuff collects. So like when we have stuff that we just finished testing or are about to test or can't be revealed that are going to be tested soon, then they'll end up like over here.
So we can't open the embargo box?
Not on camera.
There's something in there, but you can't see it.
This is the top-down room, and the idea was, for whatever reason in tech videos, I mean, we started doing it a long time ago, but we love it. There's tons of these top-down perspectives over like tables and just demonstrating things, gadgets, whatever. It just works really well for that. So instead of building that setup every time we want that shot, we just built that setup permanently in this room and then have all of the props and things necessary to create the shot just live here all the time. And so if I want to, I need a top-down shot of me changing the display settings on the Pixel. Okay. Come over here, get the Pixel out, turn the camera on, this monitor lights up, turn the lights on back here, flagging's already done.
Oh wow, here it has lighting everywhere. Lighting matters a lot when it comes to videos.
Boom, the shot's set up in like 1 minute flat. I don't know if there's other versions of that for other YouTube channels, for other shots that they get a lot, but that's why we have all the space in the studio.
I think if you have the space, that's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Because it's a pain. Even for our show, because our space is so small, our show is not constantly set up. So we have to reset it up every time. If we had the space, we would do the same thing.
Yeah. Ooh, what camera does he use? So all the professionals have like lighting to help them make their things look nicer.
For our show, because our space is so small.
So this is their studio. I don't know their names, but they're big YouTubers. They interviewed Mr. Beast first time I saw them. So they have their little like mics and nice little setup. A lot of nice gear.
Our show is not constantly set up.
So he has his light.
So we have to reset it up
Puts his mic down.
every time. If we
And that looks like a really nice camera. So yeah, these YouTubers use really nice cameras.
had the space, we would do the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
I can fire it up right now if you want.
Oh,
So this
that's
is
crazy.
live. We have HDMI. This super long cable goes back here. And this camera lives on this jib. It never leaves. And then
That's so nice.
the light back here, which also never leaves. And there you go.
Oh, wow. Cool.
And this monitor will light up, and then we're in business, and it's live. So that's how you get the shot.
Man, that's overhead shot goals.
Yeah, that is beautiful.
Yeah.
Are you taking screenshots for the thumbnail?
Yeah. So it's an 8K sensor. So
Oh shit.
a frame from it is a 33 megapixel. Yeah. So it's an 8K sensor.
An 8K sensor. Not 1080p, not 4K, but 8K. That's crazy.
Are you taking screenshots for the thumbnail?
Yeah. So it's an 8K sensor.
Damn, look at that camera.
So a frame from it is a 33 megapixel still.
So you have a bunch of the like pads as well? Or?
Yeah, over here we've kind of got them
Oh, there they are.
pseudo organized.
Okay.
Andrew built this like organizer with these dowels. So literally
Damn.
we're like, all right, what do we want? A solid color? Do we want a neutral color? Maybe we want a concrete color. Let's go with white carbon fiber. Let's pull it out here. And it's just this debrand skinned aluminum block.
Wow.
And you just replace it over there, and then it becomes a white carbon fiber table. And then all of this stuff, all these little like trinkets and like props, this is all just set design. We have a Slack channel just for finding and collecting things that seem like they would be good, and we'll call them top-down set.
This type of stuff that like generates comments.
Yes,
That's dope.
also true. Lots of Rubik's Cubes.
Wow, snap
A lot of props.
I love this. This is
The
cool.
globe, yeah, that generates some comments.
Yeah.
Wherever you put the pin, you always get someone in the comments from wherever you drop the pin.
That makes sense.
It's crazy.
It's cool that you have a whole room dedicated to this.
Yeah, that was like that was the first thing we wanted to do. From the old space, every
Yeah.
time we always set it up and we're like, you know what we should do with one of these rooms? Top down.
Interesting.
All the time.
So that was like a problem that you wanted to solve. It was like, I'm constantly resetting up top-down shots.
Yep.
Got it.
And that would be the thing. I'd be like, oh, Andrew, I want to get like 3 or 4 top-down shots. Can you set that up?
Yeah.
And I'm like, great, we have Andrew. He'll set it up. And then I would finish shooting them, and we'd start shooting other stuff and tear it down. And then I go, oh, I forgot I need to get another shot in top-down. Can you set it up again? And I was like, this is now annoying.
Yeah.
So we fixed that problem. So this would be a set room.
Damn, look at that camera. Big time, bro. I can't wait to get to that level.
And you may recognize various angles of this room. But when I say set room, it basically just means a room that we'll build a set in and then shoot in the set. We have all these huge windows, which is awesome for when it's a nice sunny day like this.
Yeah.
And then yeah, everything we need to build a set is already in here, and it already sounds good. It
Always have a nice camera, and they have something for lighting.
already has carpet on the floor and foam in the ceiling, and is like reasonably not echoey, so it's a pretty good base.
I have no idea if you want to do this, but I feel like you could have an interior design company. I'm like looking at this and it's reminding me of like walking into an IKEA and being like, oh, I want this exact
You could
Right,
definitely
right.
curate products for studios and new media companies.
That would be interesting. We should have like a consultation service where we walk in the studio and be like, take this down,
Yeah.
put this in, put this, make it blue.
I would do it.
I would probably have a lot of fun with that actually. This is like a non-shooting area, rec area. I mean, we've shot in this space before, but as you can tell, it's not sound treated. There's a pool table and some couches and just
So not only does he have lighting and amazing cameras, but everything is sound treated. Man.
hanging out.
Yeah.
We have our old robot. It won't make sense until you see the new robot, but this is where the old robot lives now. This is Mia. You've seen like a car factory where you've got like the arm, like we'll pick
Yeah.
up like a door of a car and put it
Uh-huh.
on the car. This is one of those arms. But the company Motorized Precision built some software that talks to the arm, talks to an Xbox controller, and lets us keyframe moves, and it will move it to hold a camera. It's pretty incredible. And
great.
so we got another one that we're almost done setting up, which is really exciting. But this is the old one, 3 foot by 3 foot arm. She served us well. Now she holds lamps.
Now it's a lamp.
Yeah. This is the new robot. This is Colossus.
Oh my God. Is this the like, control center for Colossus?
This is the electronics
this is
needed
crazy.
to power Colossus. We've made good friends with the electricians here at the studio. As I'll point out in a couple more places, we had the lights taken out in the middle because Colossus is too tall.
Wow.
We've got a transformer that's being put onto the wall because Colossus takes too much power.
Wow.
So there's a bunch of things needed to make her light up, but when she does, that's a 6 foot by 6 foot arm, and we'll be able to do much faster, much smoother, much more intricate moves. And the only reason we realized we wanted this is because we used Mia so much that we got to her limits pretty quickly. And we're like, this is already a 6 foot robot. I can't believe we need a bigger one. So
How do you transport this thing? Is it on wheels?
we do not transport this thing.
So everything has to be shot in this room?
Yes.
So this is like the Colossus room?
This is the robot room.
Got it.
Exactly. The doors are not on the hinges because it wouldn't fit. So we've made this the robot space, which is why there's, you know, our backdrops and lights and things around this, but we never shoot audio in here, it's just the robot shots.
Is this something that you got from traditional Hollywood? Like, where does this come from?
That's a good question. I think originally I saw a setup like this at like a CES booth or something, where they had like a camera on a robot and was doing some demo moves. And then eventually we got in touch with this company and we did a video out in Portland where we got to use it for like a day and a half and had a lot of fun. And by the time we left, we were like, can we get one of these in our studio? And we really went through that like process and turned out we could.
How much does this cost?
This was $250,000. Obviously not worth it, but here's the thing.
I don't know.
So here's the thing about being a tech channel. Everyone's making videos about the same piece of tech.
Yeah.
And so anyone can watch any of these videos and get more or less the same information. And so what we're constantly in the business of here is giving you a little bit extra, giving you a reason to watch this one over others. And we've done stuff like top-down shots, but other people can do top-down shots. And we've done stuff like pretty thumbnails and color matching, but other people can do pretty thumbnails and color matching. And so every time we pull off something new, we find that it's replicated pretty quickly. So this is specifically difficult to replicate. Every time we do a robot shot, we want it to be not just fun and exciting to watch, but leave you with a little bit of how the f did they do that?
We always talk about on YouTube too how you want to have like multiple narratives, and I feel like for you,
So he just paid he said $250,000. So $250,000 for a robotic camera to take shots for YouTube, and his reasoning is to have better shots than other people. That's insane.
how you got the shot is one of those narratives of like leaving that question in people's minds.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
you playing ball?
Yeah, I was just playing some ball.
This is an easy team table. We probably eat lunch here more often than not. But yeah, this is more of like a corridor with rooms on either side and anything we want to build on the middle. You get to see Mac in his natural environment protecting the door. So that's the FedEx guy right there.
Got it.
Get
So
him, Mac.
if you see somebody with boxes or carrying like a thing on wheels with boxes
He's
on
not
it,
happy about that.
he knows like that dude's gonna try to come in here and I'm gonna not let him come in here. And this is a cabinet of tech products that we're keeping for various reasons. There's a bunch of smartphones. They're all,
So far, my impression of this is a crazy studio.
kind of organized, but there they are. Okay, this is another fun tidbit about the studio. Stand right here. Sounds pretty shootable, right? Stand on the other side of here.
Oh wow.
Check. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, this is another one of those boxes that's connected to the rest
Totally
of the
different,
building.
right? Yeah.
You hear the noise floor come up?
Whoa.
So we have no control over this particular box. And
Also
we got,
crazy how effective these are.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So we got so annoyed
Yeah.
with like trying to shoot in this middle space and having to like noise remove and like try to make it sound usable. And you'll hear now it sounds probably pretty bad, but we can shoot right here because we've hung up literally just a bunch of sound blankets and they don't look that ridiculous. So like,
I mean, they're clean.
too crazy.
Yeah.
They're white, it's no big deal.
Yeah, I think we need these.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
this is we have entered non-shooting area. This is a
cool.
big storage table, a little kitchenette,
Yeah.
coffee central over there. There's a fridge and a sink.
Who
and-
is this?
Oh yeah, this is our friend Shen. Shout out to Shen. So one day we were trying to get him on the podcast and he couldn't come, but he sent his cardboard cutout.
That's really funny.
And this is him. He guards our parking spots. These are, see this truck right here? Like, I paid for these parking spots to be reserved for us.
Okay.
And sometimes a random person will just park here. And we found that the best deterrent was having a face looking out into the parking lot. They don't know it's a cardboard cutout. They just see some Shen standing there like this.
That's really funny.
Okay, this is the next set room. The one with the gray walls, so we call it the gray wall room.
He said the next set room. I ain't gonna lie, these look pretty good.
Couple fun things about this room too. Obviously you see the carpets here, the foam's up here. The gray walls help a lot for just a different look. You can throw color out the walls, you can do all kinds of stuff. But if you look up, you can throw color out the walls, you can...
What is he holding right here? Interesting. Is that a light or a camera? So no, that's the camera he's looking at. He can see himself to see how he's positioned. That has to be lighting, I'm assuming.
Do all kinds of stuff. But if you look up, again...
I really dislike how not one black person works for him. Black people. Are y'all such crabs in the buckets that all y'all do is hate online, talk shit about other black people, tell everyone about what you think is lame or corny or not, but can't help other successful black people become successful? Kyson Nat's cameraman is not black. Speed's cameraman is not black. Do they even have any black people that work with them? Like, it's looking like you can't work with black people if you want to become successful. So, I guess it is what it is.
Becoming friends with the electrician in the building. We built our own light grid up here, which is much better than the LEDs that are built in. And they all plug into those boxes up there because the first time we built this, we strung them all up, we plugged them all in to one string of outlets, and we went down the wall to that breaker, and we lit it up and went, oh, this is nice. And then they all just turned off. We're like, oh yeah, that's too much.
Yeah.
So we had to get the extra power built in. This
The
is
effect of turning off the lights.
Yeah, that was amazing. You've done that before. Yeah. It was like live performance storytelling.
But yeah, it's all on a remote, so if we want to adjust brightness
cool.
or general look of things, that's pretty easy. But yeah, gray wall room. This is the Waveform Podcast Studio.
Oh wow, cool.
This is where we'll be probably a little bit later, but this is where the podcast gets shot. It's the best sounding room for sure.
Wow.
It's
You guys
got...
have a podcast?
This is Podcast Studio.
Oh.
So that's pretty easy. But yeah,
I
gray
know
wall
podcast.
room. This is the Waveform Podcast Studio.
Oh wow, cool.
This is where we'll be probably a little bit later, but this is where the podcast gets shot. It's the best sounding room.
Okay, so this is a podcast setup. I like it.
Be probably a little bit later, but this is where the podcast gets
So I don't even know what that is right here. This just looks like something that helps with the podcast setup. It looks like it's like volume and things.
shot. It's the best sounding room for sure.
Wow.
They have a really nice light.
It's
really nice
got
cameras. They have so many nice cameras.
Carpet. It's got an acoustic wall. It's got foam in the ceiling. We've got our cameras and everything set up. Yeah.
This is your mic?
I like that mic, so I use that one. But SM7 views everywhere else. And yeah, pretty much plug and play. Like Adam's on the board over here, but yeah, we'll basically come in here and hit record.
It's also good to understand that it's not actually that much space. This is pretty narrow and compact.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the smallest room, but it also made sense acoustically. It's the easiest to treat, so now it sounds good. And we're not doing a whole lot of big stunts, like we're just sitting at a desk, so we don't need a
Right.
ton of space, so yeah. So that's our,
Cool.
that's the Waveform Studio. This is a TV on wheels that we've used. You remember Karen from SpongeBob? Mm-hmm. This is like Mega Karen right here. It's great. But this is the gaming room, which is basically, again, just like testing gaming peripherals, testing the consoles. We have a gaming PC in here. And there is enough carpet and foam to shoot video in here, which we do sometimes.
Is there a world of like MKBHD gaming?
So it's funny, I don't game that much. Like I game on the consoles, but like Andrew games way more than I do, David games more than I do. So it probably wouldn't be MKBHD games.
Yeah.
It might be studio games, but as far as things that I spend time on, it's not a whole lot of gaming.
This feels important.
Yeah.
I mean, that's everything.
Yeah.
right there. And then Max Portrait, which is world class. But then we have the poker table. We've got literally this whole set of all the chips and everything. It's great. This is a prop room, basically. You saw the top-down room, which is like all the props for top-down. This is more like props for videos or props for sets.
This is very interesting to watch. I'm so glad I watched this. It's very inspirational and motivating to see like where you can get to.
Or things that we need to keep around for next time. Bunch of skateboards.
That's cool.
Bunch of storage, bunch of monitors and speakers.
Oh,
that's a prop.
Yeah.
It's not functional. You can
It's
tell
not functional.
It doesn't have the gas on the end,
good.
but I guess it would be functional if you had the gasoline. Last but not least, the gear room, basically. It used to be a gear cabinet, but it is a room now. And it is mainly just...
Holy crap, that's a lot of lenses.
It used to be a gear cabinet, but it is a room now. And it is...
Damn. Holy man.
It's mainly just to walk in and get the stuff needed to shoot videos. So a lot of it is out there, as you saw already, but here's all our glass up here. We've got our cine cameras and our mirrorless cameras and all of our filters and stuff like that.
Wait, his what and what?
To shoot videos. So a lot of it is out there, as you saw already, but here's all our glass up here.
Glass? Is glass a lens? I don't even know what this is. It's embarrassing, ain't it?
We've got our cine cameras and
our cine cameras? Must be a type of camera. I don't know what that is either.
Our mirrorless cameras and all of our filters.
Mirrorless cameras and filters. I don't know what none of that is. A filter? What does a filter do?
And stuff like that. And this is just a battery station. Everything is charging down here, and then when it's done charging, it lives up top. So everything that's up here is charged, no exceptions. If it's up here, it better be charged. And then grip stuff. It's not super well organized, but like monitors, stands, mics, stabilizers, random grip stuff. I did shoot as an experiment the entire Rivian video on the iPhone in ProRes.
Wow.
So all the exteriors, interiors, everything was shot on the phone. And there were a lot of comments like, was this shot on your phone? Like you can tell, because usually they're used to this. But a lot of people just right into the video, just looking at the truck. Didn't really think about what it was shot on. This is like the hardware section. A lot of the YouTube awards are over here. The plaque you get. This is the oldest one.
Yeah.
The first one, which is
That's really cool.
100,000 subscribers on YouTube.
You don't have the million one?
The million one's over there, it's huge. I can't, it's too big to hang on a wall. I put it behind my desk over there.
Oh my God.
I don't have a wall that I'm comfortable hanging this on. So I have it. But what do you think, that's like 40 pounds?
Yeah, this is really heavy. You can work out with this. It's like irresponsible of them to send this out.
Yeah. Like the new one is like a nice, reasonable size, you know.
How long ago was that?
7 years ago?
He had 1 million views 7 years ago? Well, he's at 14 million now. He hit 1 million 7 years ago? What's that, 2017? Holy F. 2025, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 2018. X and Juice was still alive. 1 million subscribers. Damn.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's heavy. So I don't trust the stud finder enough to try to hang this on the wall. But we have it. But these are all the others. We also made our own trophies. So we do the smartphone awards every year, and we have a couple of the trophies.
Cool, now we're back at the beginning.
Yeah, and that's that's the loop.
That's bigger than I anticipated.
Bigger.
Wow, I'm amazed. Shout out to Marques Brownlee. Shout out to Colin and Samir. That's dope, man. Love.